Struggling with those steep Rolex prices and those never-ending wait lists? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to the Opulent Oasis, where today we're diving right into the Rolex resale market. Stick with us as we uncover some surprisingly undervalued gems from the Crown collection. We're not just showcasing any Rolexes, we're spotlighting those hidden treasures that are often overlooked but pack a serious value punch. In this video, we'll guide you through our top 10 underrated picks. Here's the best part. We're not just flaunting these finds, we're giving you the insider tips on whether to buy, sell, or hold. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, now's the perfect time. Here at the Opulent Oasis, we keep it real, offering all the insider tips you need to master the Rolex market like a true expert. No fluff, just the good stuff. Stick around because we're just about to reveal some of the best Rolex finds you might have missed. Whether you're hunting for a sleeper hit or a surefire investment, we've got the lowdown on what's hot and what's not. Get ready to get ahead in the Rolex game with us. Number 1. Rolex Datejust 31 reference 278289 RBR. It might look like just another entry in their illustrious catalogue with a market price hovering around $40,000 from a retail point at $44,000. It's more than a timepiece. It's a subtle influencer within the Rolex range, often nudging enthusiasts towards other models. Our advice: keep it. It's particularly popular among women who tend to buy and cherish these watches long-term. There's no big wave of change expected in its value, so it's a safe bet for steady appreciation, like a fine wine getting better with time. Number 2. Rolex Explorer reference 124273. The Rolex Explorer reference 124273 is currently fetching a market price of around $11,500, which is pretty close to its retail price of $11,750. It might not be the shining star of the Rolex lineup, but think of it as that cool, understated track on a platinum album. It's not the main hit, but it adds a unique vibe to the mix. Our suggestion: it might be a good time to sell. This model, while nice, tends to shine brighter in stainless steel or titanium and hasn't quite won over a huge fan base. If you're looking to shake things up in your collection, swapping this piece out could be a smart play. Number 3. Rolex Datejust 41, reference 126303. Stepping into the spotlight, the Rolex Datejust 41 reference 126303 is kind of the cool, older sibling to the Explorer we chatted about earlier, boasting a more commanding 41mm presence. It hits the shelves at $13,650, but is currently changing wrists for about $12,500. It's a solid choice for the buy list, really. At 41mm, it doesn't just tell time. It makes a statement while doing it. Plus, the fluted bezel. That's like adding a cherry on top of your favorite sundae. It just makes everything better. Picking it up for $12,500 is like getting VIP treatment without paying the VIP price. We think it's a smart grab at that price point. Quick break. If you're loving our luxury watch insights and want more, hit subscribe to stay updated with Opulent Oasis. Join our community, keep the luxury alive, and never miss a beat. Now back to the watches. Number 4. Rolex Datejust 28, reference 279458 RBR, which comes with a pretty hefty price tag of $139,000. However, the current market vibe has it floating around $110,000. Heads up though, authorized dealers are practically giving these away with a generous 37% discount off retail, which lines it up perfectly with market prices. Our advice: hold on to this beauty. Letting it go would probably feel like a misstep, especially since it's too chic to just give up. This isn't the kind of watch you wear to do the dishes. With its limited release, it's as scarce as a unicorn in the wild. It seems women are more inclined to keep their luxury watches, adding to this model's allure. Its rarity and the chance to score it for less than its official price make keeping this watch a pretty smart decision. Number 5. Rolex Yacht-Master 40, reference 126621. Moving along to the Rolex Yacht-Master. This one's rocking the two-tone look. It's listed at a retail price of $15,800, with the market slightly dipping below at just about $15,000. Now we're diving into the black dial version here, not the chocolate dial, which actually fetches a bit more on the market. In the big sea of choices, this Yacht-Master often gets compared to the root beer version, the bluesy, or even the two-tone Submariner. It might not be everyone's first pick at the yacht club, but we think there's some hidden value in keeping it around. Despite its understated status, the tide is turning, and more people are starting to realize that there's more to Rolex than just the Submariner. Number 6. Rolex Day Date 40, reference 228236. Quite the stunner with its retail price of $63,600 and a market value that's currently around $58,000. We're talking about the shiny brand new models here, not those decked out with ice blue dials or any extra frills. Now you might wonder why bother with a platinum piece that could easily be mistaken for white gold at first glance. Well, here's a thought. We've got a sneaky suspicion that Rolex might jazz things up a bit by swapping the smooth bezel for a fluted one. If that happens, this isn't just a watch, it's a future classic. Imagine fast-forwarding a couple of decades. This could be the piece that makes other collectors turn green with envy. So from a long-term investment viewpoint, we think it's a savvy buy. Number 7. Rolex Skydweller, reference 326939. Decked out in white gold with an oyster flex strap, this piece is currently going for about $44,000, slightly above its $42,700 retail price. It's the debut of this model in white gold, which previously liked to show off in rose and yellow hues. The oyster flex strap, pure genius from Rolex. It perfectly marries sporty flair with plush comfort, making this watch a total standout. The combo of understated white gold and the chic rubber strap brings a kind of discreet luxury that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It's more like the confident, cool whisper at a noisy party. For anyone who loves a bit of quiet sophistication, this watch is a keeper. It's that subtle nod to luxury that says, "I've arrived," without making a fuss about it. Definitely a smart buy on our radar. Number 8. Rolex Sea Dweller, reference 126603. Retailing for $18,000 and currently dipping just under at $17,800. It's a real catch. But should we keep it or let it go back into the sea of other watches? Here's the lowdown. This model is the stylish twin of the two-tone Submariner, except it sports a golden Sea Dweller inscription that adds just a touch of bling. Now let's think about its future. Will it age well like a fine wine? Take models like the single red or double red Sea Dweller, they've really skyrocketed in value. If this Sea Dweller follows in their footsteps, especially with its unique yellow dial features, it could become a major player in the collector's market. Sure, predicting which vintage watches will soar in value can sometimes feel like reading tea leaves. But remember, in the world of Rolex, a slight tweak here or there, like a splash of color on the dial, could sail this model from just cool to utterly iconic, especially if it becomes a rare find. Keeping an eye on these subtleties might just transform this watch into the treasure of your collection, making it the one that got away for everyone else. Number 9. Rolex Submariner date reference 26618LN. Let's dive into the Rolex Submariner date 26618LN, affectionately known as the gold model. Sporting a retail price of $39,000 and a market price that's flirting with $38,000, this piece continues the legacy of its predecessors, the 16618 and 16618, but with a bit more presence on the wrist. Some might find it a tad too robust and prefer the more slender charm of earlier models, which nudges us toward considering a sell. However, there's something about a yellow gold Submariner that screams, "Keep me," no matter the iteration. It's not just any Rolex, it's the gold medalist of the lineup, perhaps even outshining the yellow gold day date, despite their price tags being in the same league. The Submariner isn't just recognized, it's revered, a true icon in the Rolex realm. While the day date certainly holds its own with unique cultural flair, the allure of the gold Submariner is tough to overlook. Number 10. Rolex Day Date 36 reference 128349 RBR. This beauty comes with a price tag of $52,700 retail, while the market is seeing it at about $47,000. It's all about the details with this one, particularly the diamond bezel that sparkles just right in the 36mm size. The model we're discussing today features a silver stick dial, which might make it seem a little less flashy than its more ornate siblings, placing it somewhat in a category of its own. This subtle elegance and versatility make it quite the charmer, leading us to mark it down as a buy. It's the kind of watch that doesn't scream luxury, but rather whispers it, making it a stylish choice for nearly any occasion. What's your take on the Rolex watches we unpacked today? If they caught your eye as much as they did ours, we'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. If you had as much fun watching as we did making this video, why not give us a thumbs up? And remember, hitting that subscribe button is free, but the value you get is priceless. Thanks for hanging out with us at Opulent Oasis. We're already gearing up for the next video, so stay tuned and keep your watch game strong. See you soon.